Well, NFL minicamp is underway in Tennessee. Head coach Brian Callahan spoke to the media ahead of day 3, giving us a brief evaluation of that guy, rookie quarterback Cam Ward, as they are still trying to get to know each other and how they both operate on the field. Callahan really praised Ward's ability to hear plays, execute them, all while talking trash to the defense. Take a listen.
I'm not used to calling plays to a quarterback who's usually still talking when I'm talking to him. And that's great. And so I asked him after practice, and I said, just help me out here. I said, do you need me to wait till you finish? And he goes, no. He goes, I'm listening. So he's hearing what I'm telling him, and it was a pretty remarkable to see all the things going on and how much he's talking, but like his brain is still like with me, I guess is the best way to put it. Like when I'm calling a play, he's doing all he's doing, but he's listening to everything I'm telling him, and he enters right into the huddle and he calls a play and doesn't script the play call. And I thought that was actually kind of remarkable. I don't know, I couldn't do that. So that's just kind of who he is. That's his personality. And again, if it was something that I felt like was detrimental to his ability to manage the offense and call it in a huddle and all that, I'd probably have a couple things to say to him, but he didn't miss a beat when it came to calling the play and being on top of it and then executing when it came time to execute. So it was a new experience for me, but it was fun.
Well, it can't be easy hearing one thing in your ear while saying something at the same time, and then to not only hear the correct play, but also be able to execute it while firing up your defense. It really speaks highly to Cam Ward's football IQ. Here's what Ward, though, had to say about the whole thing.
How much does the trash talk kind of fire you up or lock you in?
I'm always locked in. Trash talk, it'll never mean nothing to me. It won't get to me some type of way. I'm just somebody who likes doing it. And so what's the point of playing something that you love? You can't have fun with it. So, that's where it comes from. But, I mean, I love the game. And so any chance I get, to let somebody know that they can't with me, it really doesn't matter.
I love that. For much more on Cam Ward and the Tennessee Titans, let's go ahead and welcome an NFL analyst, Logan Ryan, to CBS Sports HQ. Logan, you're the perfect person to really ask this because as a former Titan, you've been through camp. You also played with Tom Brady. You've picked off Tom Brady. I feel like I know the answer here, but if you're still on the Titans, are you taking the trash talking by your new rookie quarterback?
Man, I wish I was still playing so I can talk some trash with the rookie quarterback right now, man. I do miss the trash talking, but to me, Cam Ward's going to be just fine. This right here, if you're a Titans fan, means you found your guy for the future. Now, he's still got to play on Sundays. I get it, but in the NFL, you got to understand, this is a sport where you practice a lot more than you play. You practice 3, 4, 5 times a week for one performance every Sunday. And you have to be comfortable in practice. And I think a lot of rookies, they are silent out there. There's a lot of young quarterbacks I practice against that we bully on defense. Jeffrey Simmons, a Titans captain, tries to bully all the quarterbacks in practice. And Cam Ward seems like he's snapping right back. He has something to say every single time. That showed me he's confident. That showed me he can play at this level. He's not overwhelmed. He's not overbeared by being the number overall pick. He is just playing ball, talking trash. Jeffrey Simmons was like that as a rookie. Here turned out to be a pretty good pro. And A.J. Brown, another rookie player I remember who talked a lot of trash as a rookie, he ended up being a pretty good pro as well. So some of my younger Titans teammates that talked a lot of trash like that, they seem to back it up. So I think Cam Ward's going to be just fine if he's in that list of guys.
All right, offensively, Cam Ward going to be just fine according to you. Maybe not the rookie season that Jaden Daniels had, but he'll be just fine. Meanwhile, let's flip the script here to the Titans defense. Among the worst in the league in 2024, what expectations do you have for them this upcoming season?
Well, it's funny, right? Stats can be real misleading, and I think that's what my insight as an analyst is. If you look at the total defense by yards per game, they're number 2 in the NFL from last year. Pass yards and obviously rushing yards allowed. That was good statistically, but if you look at scoring defense, the only thing that matters, how many points you give up, they're 3rd worst in the NFL. So how can you be so good in total yards per game, but so bad in points per game? And points per game is what I care about. And that right there means you got to stop giving up touchdowns. You can hold up not that many yards, but on 3rd down, you let up a 7-yard or a 6-point, 7-point touchdown as opposed to a field goal. That comes down to rush and coverage. You need guys on 3rd down to get stops, L'Jarius Sneed should be healthier this year. They paid a lot of money for him to show up in the secondary. I know Amani Hooker has been a consistent player for them in the secondary, and Jeffrey Simmons should be back healthy. So on third down, you got to think about pass rush. You got to think about guys who can cover. You got to keep points off the board. And the Titans are really good in one stat, but really bad in letting points up. So I think it should be a little better this year. Some of the key contributors being healthy, getting those stops on third down, leading to field goals instead of touchdowns.
All right, so defense expected to be a little bit better. I don't think, as we mentioned, we'll be panicking if Cam Ward doesn't have an outstanding rookie year, but there is certainly some pressure on head coach Brian Callahan here to take some steps forward into year 2. Now that the Titans get him a quarterback, what would be considered, in your opinion, Logan, a successful season for Callahan?
Well, I'm telling you, when you're an offensive guy and you rank bottom 3 in defense, and you're not a great offense as well, and Will Levis with the turnovers, I mean, they got to look at going 500 this year. I mean, you cannot win 3 games and think from back-to-back years and think you're going to come back as a head coach again. So he has to do substantially better, not just a little bit better. Look at these records, the most losses in a season. I mean, that's as bad as it gets in a very long time. So obviously they have a quarterback. They have to make sure Cam Ward is comfortable. It's all about his weapons. They have some pass catchers. They have some versatile backs around them. They've helped the offensive line. They got to get to 500. 9 wins, 8 wins, something like that this year for me would be a successful season for Cam Ward. That's a lot on a rookie to expect, having that type of team around him, what they had last year. But I think he'll be much better because there'll be less turnovers at the position. And I think this guy, even if he has a turnover, I think he has a lot more confidence as a rookie than most rookie quarterbacks do. So I think he should be able to bounce back. He'll improve throughout the season. I think 8, 9, 10 wins will be high hopes, but I think that's where the Titans need to go.
Okay, that's where they need to go, but where do you actually see them going? You saw the record for last season. It was 3-14. Now, kind of looking at this 2025 schedule here, Logan, 0 primetime games for Cam Ward and company. A little bit of a tough stretch there, weeks 3 through 8. Critical because they'll have 3 games against AFC South opponents in those 5 weeks. So looking at this, what is your season prediction and record?
Oh, man, Jordan, you threw me on the spot here. With the schedule up. Look, you got to handle your division. You got to handle your division. You know you got to play the Colts. The Colts aren't barn burners by anywhere. They have their own problems over there as well. The Texans are atop that division there. They have been the last couple of years. They're not going anywhere. And then obviously the Jaguars. Those are games you got to win 4 games out of division right there. That's 4 of the 6 right there in your division. So I'll give you 4 wins there. And you got to pick up wins against teams like the Cardinals. The Raiders are going through a lot. Their win total is 5.5. But if they win 6 games, that's not that promising for Brian Callahan. I think he's got to be pushing 7, 8 wins here, like I talked about, to feel like you brought in this offensive coach. Now he has this young quarterback that I think I'm a fan of based off practice. Now, I haven't seen him play in a game, but based off these things, I think he's going to be just fine. So I think if they can get to 7, 8 wins, pick up 4 in a division, go knock off a Cardinals or Raiders, games like that, you scratch and claw and win some games you shouldn't. I think you can get to 8 wins.
All right. Those are some high expectations from the former Titan himself. Logan Ryan, always great to see you here live on CBS Sports HQ, breaking down some of our expectations for the Tennessee Titans and first-round pick Cam Ward. You can catch the Titans and really all of the NFL this upcoming season. We got all the NFL news, all the best highlights and scores when the season begins right here on CBS Sports HQ. It's all here and it's all free.